Welcome to another vlog, and I'm doing something, this is a major throwback, something that I haven't done in a really long time, and Christopher is probably annoyed because his chair is so messy, but I pulled out some fabric and I'm gonna sew some skirts, which I'm both nervous and excited about because it kind of like, thinking about sewing skirts kind of like triggers anxiety. You probably know why if you have been with us for a while, but yeah, I decided I want to do that. And so today I ended up going to the store. I have this really pretty fabric and I really want to make it into a skirt, and I just wanted a green fabric to be the waistband of the skirt. So I went and I bought this green fabric to be the waist trim.
Nice.
But then
I like
also,
it.
also when I was there I saw another fabric and I just couldn't help myself, and it was on sale and it's dinosaurs.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So I'm going to make myself a dinosaur skirt, and I'm going to go show you guys me making myself a dinosaur skirt, at least parts of it. So I got that, and then I'm going to make the pockets out of this really pretty like blue fabric, and I just think they go really well together. And I don't know, I've been thinking about it, and I think I want to wear a lot of skirts to Disney. So I think I'm going to spend some of the summer making some different like Disney themed skirts, like maybe like a Nightmare Before Christmas patterned skirt, because we're gonna be there at Halloween time as well, and then also like maybe like a Winnie the Pooh skirt, or like I think I'm gonna make some different skirts this summer.
That'd be super cute. I like it.
Yeah, right? Because Christopher doesn't want to Disney bound with me every day, which I totally get.
I want to do some days.
Yeah, we'll do a couple Disney bound couples, but then the days that he's not doing that, I still want to dress like fun and Disney themed. So I feel like this will be the perfect way to do it with like some fun Disney skirts. So that's my plan, but I'm gonna make myself a dinosaur skirt because it's gonna be real cute. It has been a while since I've threaded a machine, but let's see how I go. Can I do it on my first try? That is the question. Okay, let's see if this gets it. Come on. Alright, I think I got it. And this is why you never throw your little scraps away, because they are always useful. I wonder if I should do a tighter stitch, but I think it's fine. I'm at like 7, either an 8 or a 7. A 7. So that's pretty tight. Okay. So I already showed you me cutting out some fabric a little bit. So this is just the next step. So basically all I've done so far is I cut out the fabric, I pinned it together, and now I'm going to sew it together. And this is basically what I'm gonna do. I want a super floofy, extra large pockets dinosaur skirt, and I don't think that's too much to ask. I could have been conservative and bought less fabric and had just had a skirt that was like still pretty full. It would have been about this full in the front, which is like pretty full, but like I want a floofy skirt. So instead I ended up buying an extra thing so it could be extra long. And so instead I'm gonna sew, now I have 3 panels, so I have to sew my 3 panels together, and then I'm gonna fold that in half so it's just like one big panel. I'm not gonna sew it into a loop though, because that would be counteractive. I don't know. So I'm gonna fold it in half like this, and then I'm gonna fold that in half again, but I'm gonna make the front part a little bit smaller so the pockets aren't like quite right on the sides, they're like a little bit in front. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to cut it in half right here and put pockets right here, because they're not going to be lining right up on the seam, because I'm not just splitting 2 pieces into 3 pieces. I'm splitting 3 pieces into 3 pieces, which sounds like it should make sense, but it doesn't, because I want the 2 smaller pieces to equal the big piece, if that makes sense. So then I'm going to use the back part that I'm leaving open to put the zipper in, and then I just need to make the waistband, which is I haven't even touched yet. Put a zipper in. It's gonna be really easy, so let's start a sewing. I haven't used a sewing machine in a pretty long time, so hopefully everything works out good. Also, pro tip, if you are lazy and making it for yourself, if you don't, the white part, if you don't end up taking that off, then you don't have to like worry about fraying at all, and you'll just have like an extra big seam, which I don't mind because the skirt's going to be so floofy that you won't be able to see the extra bulk. Anyway, ow. That was not on purpose. I did not purposely just stab myself. I just did it naturally. Okay. Oh gosh. This is a really small stitch, I just realized. That's fine. Wow. It is mighty hard to sew a straight line if it gives you a straight line guide to sew along. I'm just giving myself like the hugest seam allowance ever. And like also like if you're sewing a skirt for yourself and it's like not perfect, who cares? So like I'm not like worried about this being the most beautiful, perfect thing ever. Like as long as it's cute enough and functional enough, like that's fine. But look at that beautiful seam. Look at the dinosaurs. Oh gosh, they're so cute. I guess I should have probably lined the fabric up and like made sure that things were hitting at the same places and stuff, like if I wanted it to look like really good, but like also pro tip, if you suck and cut one piece bigger than the other piece, I prefer to make the bottom edges match straight so that hemming is easier and you don't have to recut the seam to hem it, whereas like this one, it doesn't matter, it's getting tucked up anyway, so like cutting it, you don't have to be as like precise and it's not as big of a deal, whereas like the hem is important, so I'd rather just like line that up good at the beginning so you don't have to worry about it. Step number 1 is done. Okay, let's go cut it up. How is this one bigger than that one that's bigger than that one? How can I possibly suck that much? Well, I'm just gonna cut off this top part just right now, like not super perfectly, but just so that it's like done. Also, ignore what my hair is doing. I don't know what it's doing. It's very floofy. Probably because I didn't put any product on it. I was just like, I'll just let it air dry.
I like it.
Oh, this is kind of fun. Maybe I'll cut this piece a little bit nicer because this is, I could definitely make something out of this. Like it's thick enough that it could become like a bow. Oh my gosh, imagine if my dinosaur skirt just has like an attachable, floofy as frick dinosaur bow. I honestly might do that. That sounds awesome. That would be really fun, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I want this to be the most like feminine, like vintage, like retro-y skirt ever that's just like dinosaurs. I'm very excited about this project. And this is why I'm choosing this project over the other project to start with, because even though I think that skirt's gonna be really cute, it's not really like my passion. Like, I don't look at that style and go, oh, I'm obsessed with that. Where like I'm kind of becoming obsessed with dinosaurs right now. They're just so interesting. I definitely want to read more books about them. I guess I can tell you about what started me off on this little like dinosaur, like wow, dinosaurs are so cool, like I want to do that or whatever. Is that I read The Rise and Fall of Dinosaurs by Stephen somebody or other. Chris will put the book on the screen, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It goes through all the different ages of dinosaurs and like which ones like lived at the same time, like how they like evolved and basically started dominating the world, and then how they got destroyed. And it was so interesting. I definitely think it takes a little bit to get into. I found the first like third or so fairly slow. And then by the time it got to like the middle part, like I was staying up late just to read this book. Like it's a history book about dinosaurs. And I was like, midnight who? Like I don't care that I have work in the morning and I'm getting up at like 7 a.m. I'm going to stay up and read this anyway because it's really interesting. The part about the T-Rex was like especially fascinating. There was like a lot of really cool history in there that I didn't know at all. And it was just I don't know, it was really cool. So I definitely recommend that book. I ended up giving it 4 stars just because I did feel like it took a while to get into, but it was great. I highly recommend. So anyway, I cut this so crooked. This is hilarious. It's really crooked, y'all, but honestly, who cares? I just don't have the patience to be precise right now. Okay, I folded it in half. And I'm gonna fold this in half again, but not quite. And then we're just gonna snip down the sides right here. And this is where we're adding the pockets in. So basically what I did, just trimming that bit off, was essentially useless because I cut it so crooked in the first place. Which is probably why you should use rulers and mark stuff out, but like... just to give myself a bit of a line. And how I'm telling if this is straight or not is because I'm going by his head, because it's the same in everyone. So if I go like this, then that is a straight line. Okay, so now I'm going to take this piece. These are my pockets. I just realized that there was literally no reason for me to pin these together. I pretty much has forgotten totally how to make a skirt at this point, and I'm completely winging it, as you can tell. Yeah. I'm going to take the part where I cut the fabric the thinnest, so this is actually going to be the length of my skirt, is this right here. And then hemmed. And then I might make it even a little bit shorter at the bottom later. But this is actually the shortest part of my fabric, is right here. So I'm actually going to have to go back and do the thing that I just did, because I'm stupid. Oh my gosh, look how uneven I cut this. This is like kind of embarrassing.
These are them all lined up.
Yeah, this is real bad, but again, I'm not measuring anything. I'm not making sure anything's even at all. I'm just like, it looks right. Obviously, you should not do what I'm doing. You should take the time to try to make your skirt look good, but I mean, it's gonna be cute either way. Right? Which again, I think I'm gonna take these parts and like hem them and try to make like the most frou-frou bow. It's gonna be really fun. That's close enough. And the reason why it's really important to make sure that the top and the bottom are like even at this point, so your skirt, is because I'm gonna be placing the pockets right now. And when I place the pockets, I want them at a certain place on my body, which is right, like barely below the waistline. So I need to make sure that the waistline is actually even, because otherwise it's gonna be screwed. And again, even me just trying to make sure that it is even, like, I'm not being the most precise, but like, it doesn't really matter. There's so much fabric that these like small things aren't going to stand out. Like, no one's gonna tell if this like 1 inch of your skirt dips down, like this one like inch long section or whatever dips down half a centimeter more than the rest of the skirt when it's all just frilly and fluffy. Like, no one's gonna notice, no one's gonna care. Okay, so this is now where we put our pockets in. Yay, pockets. So now for placing the pockets. I'm gonna put the pieces, and I'm gonna put them together how I want this. And then the pockets are gonna go in, so they're gonna get sewn to the fabric itself first, and then to each other. So the pocket is gonna hang like this. So I'm gonna wanna put one piece like this, and then one piece like this, and make sure that they hit at the same point. And then I'm just gonna sew right here. And then when I sew the skirt together and I sew up the sides, it will look like this, and they'll be sewn on right here, and then I can just go zoop, go around the pocket and then up. And then when you turn the skirt right side out, you'll have a pocket. That's how pockets work in skirts. There's half of the first pocket.
Nice.
Nice. Alright, so after I sewed all the pockets on, then I have now pinned the skirt together. So now I just need to sew up, and I'm going to sew from the bottom of the skirt, these sides together, and then around the pocket. You'll see. It will make sense. And then I'm not going to finish the skirt tonight. I just got hit with like a wave of tiredness. But I'm going to try to finish it tomorrow. I got like 2.5 hours of sleep last night. And I've been up since 8 a.m. and it is currently 10:30. So I've been up for a little while and I'm tired. And if you wanted to be assured of this looking good, you might want to iron down your seams and your pockets, but... And then when you get to the pocket, this is when you make sure that you don't just sew straight up like a big dum-dum. That you go down to here, and then you make sure your needle's in, and you lift up the foot, and then you pivot a bit, and then you like go down, and you sew a little bit more, and then you make sure your needle's down, and lift up the foot, and then you pivot. And then you're on the pocket, and then you can go like this. And if your pocket is like a weird wonky shape, who cares? It's gonna be on the inside of your skirt. No one's ever gonna see your pocket. They're just gonna be impressed when you can pull a baby out of it, because it's gonna be huge. That is our first pocket done. This is the biggest freaking pocket you're ever going to see in your entire life. So just imagine me casually just standing here with the skirt, and it's going to be like this tall, and it's going to, oh, that doesn't look super great. It's fine. It's going to be like this, and then I'm just going to be like, it's so big. Let's see what I can fit in here. I left the opening smaller because I don't want things falling out of it, but in case you want a teacup with you, it's cool. A spool of thread, it's fine. Another spool of thread, let's do it. Although, if we take all that stuff out and you want to fit a 3-pack, a 4-pack of thermal care heat wraps in there, you can do that, and no one can even tell from the outside. Except for there'll be a big, like, box-shaped lump against your leg. But what I'm trying to say is that this is a effing huge pocket, and I'm really excited. Look how much of my arm it engulfs. All pockets should be this big on skirts. Every skirt or dress should have a pocket, as long as it has volume. Obviously, don't put pockets in, like, pencil skirts. But as long as the skirt has volume, it should have a pocket. And they should all be this big. So now I took my skirt, I folded it in half, and then I folded it in half again. And then I put 2 pins on each side of the fabric. That was the first folded in half, and then I put 1 pin, well, the second folded in half, and this was the first one. Does that make sense? So I'm getting a little tired. I did this, and then for the second fold, I put 1 pin here and 1 pin here, and then for this first fold, I just put 1 pin here. And these are going to be my basting markers for gathering, because this is a gathered skirt because there's so much fabric. And so I'm going to sew a basting stitch, which is just a very loose stitch. So it's a 10 on here, which is the biggest mine goes personally. Actually, just kidding. It can go up to 11. No, it can't. That's just kidding. That moved the needle. It can go up to 10. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to just sew up until a little bit past this. And then I'm going to stop and just leave the threads loose and then start a little bit before and sew on the other thing. It will make sense in a sec. And you don't want to do any back stitches through any of that, by the way. And then we're gonna, this is what's called the gathering, and I prefer to do basting stitches rather than doing it by hand, because doing it by hand is tedious as heck. So then, basically, you have the front stitch and the back stitch of what the machine does. Yeah, one's on either side, and then you just take one, and you're gonna pull it. You want to take your time, go slowly, make sure you don't snap the thread, because then you're gonna have to rebaste it. But then you're just gonna gather and push all the gathers down. And the reason we're doing it in sections is because it would be tedious if you had to push it all the way down to the middle. Like, oh my gosh, no. So we're only going in like sections. You don't have to do the same amount of sections that I did. You could do 3 sections if you want. Just, I like to keep the pin in them, because then when you make the waistband, you'll take your piece of cloth that is a triangle this big, and I know that I have the section at the end, and then I have a middle end. And then I can take the ends of each side of the rectangle, and I can go middle, and then I just match the pins up, sew the waistband on, and it's so easy. And you know that the gathers are going to be really even. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pull a thread like this. So now I'm putting pins in to mark where the pins in the skirt will match up with the pins in the waistband. So there's 5 markers, and that will coincide with the 3 pins that I have in here. So 1, 2, 3, and then the 2 ends. So there we go. There's my skirt. So now I just need to tighten everything until it fits into this perfectly, and then pin it into place a lot. And then sew it together with a basting stitch and see how it fits, see how I like it, and then sew it with a real stitch, because you do not want to have to seam rip like a 5. That would be torture. So today I'm going to take you on a bit of an outing with me. So the vlog that this is a part of is when I'm making my dinosaur skirt, and as of right now filming, I haven't completed it, although I do plan on completing it when I get home from my little excursion. Do not hit me, please. Okay, that would be cool. Alright, so I do plan on completing that later today, and it should only take maybe another hour tops. I haven't sewed in such a long time that I was getting confused about how I put the zipper in and stuff, but I think I figured out how I'm going to do it, what method I'm going to use, and I'm excited. But I did want to talk about a few things. So right now we're going to go to Sophisticated is what it is. It's spelled S-E-W, like sewing. And it's a fabric store, and I want to look around for some fabrics for some skirts to wear, for me to make to wear to Disney later this year. So I am really excited about that, and I'm gonna go and see what they have and get some ideas, because I have some ideas in mind of, like, I would really like a Nightmare Before Christmas skirt, but they didn't have, at least at Joann's, they didn't have a fabric that I liked for Nightmare Before Christmas, at least liked enough to put the time and investment into making myself a skirt, you know? So I need to look around, and I could buy something online, but I think it would be cool to go to like a local location and see if there's anything. So that's what I'm gonna do. See if they have fun character prints, or even just some fun summery skirts I just might make in general as well. Like, I saw a fabric at Joann's that had like watermelons on it, and I'm like, I want a watermelon skirt. I'm going to just see what they have. So on the way there though, I figured, since this is the best camera angle ever, that I would also share some other exciting news that is going on. I got a job at a library and I'm freaking ecstatic. So I'm just gonna talk about the process a little bit and kill 2 birds with 1 stone, since I'm driving anyway. What else am I gonna do? Listen probably to more Star Kid music, which I already do enough, goodness knows. So I got a job at a library. It's not a full-time position. It's not even a proper like part-time position. It's a library substitute position is what it is, and I start training next Thursday. I'm gonna have 2 training days, next Thursday and the Thursday after that, after work. So I'm still keeping my full hours at my current location at my bookstore, and I'm going to just go in basically whenever they need someone for covering on night shifts and possibly weekends. they might call me, and I'm just hoping that this little wedge in the door with my little toes will be good for them seeing that they want to hire me for a more permanent position, because I feel like that's all I need. They obviously really like me enough that even though they filled the so the position that I applied for was just a normal part-time position, and even though they filled that with someone else that actually had already worked there in the past, so the training would be really easy, and that's why they went with that. They still liked me enough that they wanted to bring me in as a substitute, and I think potentially to come in on a more regular basis potentially. So that is something that is massively cool, and I'm really excited about it. So I got that, and I'll be working more than 40-hour weeks here and there, but like not by that much, and it's okay, I can deal with it. And then I also went to another interview as well last week for a full-time library position, and I think they were going to offer it to me, which is so crazy, but I decided it wasn't the right position for me. I would be working more with like magazines, and I'd be working more with newspapers and things like that, like not the books, and I decided that's just not where I want to start in a library. Like I could do it, I could get this full-time position, and yeah, I would be in a library, but I would not necessarily have any like guarantee of switching over to books at some point. So they didn't fully offer the thing, but after the interview they called me like the next day, and they said that they were interested in moving forward with seeing if I'm the right fit. So I think they were potentially going to offer me the job, which is like a good confidence boost, but Chris and I talked about it, and I wouldn't have been happy in that position. So I almost got a full-time library job, which is really cool, just not as involved with books as I would have wanted to be. And I have applied to a couple more jobs in the area that are library jobs, so I might just be going like part-time at the bookstore and part-time in a library, and like we can make stuff work. I'm willing, and Chris is willing to make stuff work and have us drive each other back and forth with cars, and possibly having to use public transport and all that stuff. Like we're willing to make it work at this point, just because I want a library job so badly, and this is what I've decided I want to do, is I want to work in a library. So that's that bit of an update, and things are looking really good. I mean, Chris and I are already in a good position in general, but this is going to be the next step towards where our lives are going to be going, is I'm going towards library jobs, but I technically already have a small one at least. So, but now we can go look at fabric and see what skirts I can make myself for Disney, which is going to be so cute and so fun. I'm really excited. I am the actual worst at remembering to film in places, especially without Christopher there reminding me, but I just got out of it. You can see it right here. Sophisticated Fabrics, it's that right there. Anyway, it was cute, and I'm definitely gonna come back. They had some really great prices and some really cute fabrics, and I bought a lot. I ended up buying enough fabric for 4 skirts, which this means I need to make them, plus the other fabrics that I already have at home, but they were so cute. I've been wanting a plain red skirt for like ever, and this one is just a red that has music notes on it, and like it has just, it's just very musical, and as a pianist, this very much appealed to me, so I got that, and I'm gonna make the most adorable skirt out of it, and I'm really excited. Second off, I got this fabric that has like a safari on it, and I got that to go with for my Lion King skirt. I just thought it would be so perfect. I hope it's enough to make the skirt. I didn't get anything to be the lining fabric, but I think I have some green fabric at home I can always put in as like pockets if I need to. So I got that one. I'm super stoked. And then I also just saw this fabric that I just thought was adorable. It's like it's little sceneries, and thought it was super sweet. And so I got this to like be the waistband. I thought it would be adorable, right? It's cute, right? Anyway, the waistband and the pockets inside, it says like Riverton Timber Mill, and it's just like this adorable little mill. And then finally I saw this fabric and I was like, I am in love. And it's just like the story of Little Red Riding Hood. How cute is that? And I ended up getting some red fabric to go as the lining and stuff. Not as the lining. When I say lining, I mean like the waistband and the pockets. So I'm really excited. All I'm gonna do tonight is go home and sew, but worth it. Now I'm going to go to Savers, because there's one nearby here. The one that we actually used to live pretty close to is by here, and I have some stuff to donate. And then I'm also gonna look for more collared shirts, because I just need more collared shirts in my life, I've decided. This one is really cute, and it's like the only one that I own, and so I want a few more to just, I don't know. I kind of like this more like masculine, I guess, feel with my short hair. I just think it complements it well, so gonna go do that. I didn't film at all in the thrift store, and I bought myself some clothes, but I bought Christopher one thing because I saw it and I was like, how is this here?
She sent me a picture of it and I couldn't believe it. I want to show you the price real quick. It's $3.50. Lovely. It smells like it was just washed. I don't know how this could possibly... Maybe someone bought it and didn't like the size they got or whatever. This is from Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland, I guess. Because Disney World isn't open yet. So someone went to California, went to Galaxy's Edge, were one of the first people to go to Galaxy's Edge, bought a shirt, didn't like it, and then gave it away to Savers, and it was $3.50.
I mean, it's been open, what, 2 weeks?
Something like that. Yeah, it opened May 31st, May 30th something. This looks awful. What is happening here? You can't like I actually really like this shirt a lot. I've seen people show it in like videos of stuff at Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge. So anyway, it's really cool. And it's a men's extra large, which is fine with me. That's pretty cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. I wouldn't have gotten it for myself because I don't love the silver on gray. I think it's a little bit clashy. So I put it back on the rack, but I took a picture to Chris going like, oh, haha, look what I found. Put it back on the Chris.
It's a brand new shirt.
Pieced out, walked away, went and tried on clothes for like an hour. And then he texted me meanwhile and was like, I want it, get it for me. And I was like, oh crap, I hope it's still there.
Like $20-something at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, I'm glad it was still there, because then I went back and I was like, oh, okay, good, it's still here, because otherwise Chris would have been a sad bean if I had sent him the picture and then it just wasn't there anymore. Now I guess I'm going to do a little bit of a thrift haul. I don't know if I'm going to show you everything I got or just like my most favorites, but I got some really cute stuff and I'm very excited about it. But first off, I got a couple pillowcases because this is what I'm going to try to start switching my pillowcase more to help with my acne and probably try to do it every other day or something. So I got 3 more, just a green one, a gray one, and this blue one has little sharks on it. It's so cute. So, look at you. You're so adorable. He tried it on. And it fits well.
Yeah, it fits. I mean, it's an extra large. And it like, literally smells like it was just washed, so it's all good.
Nice. I think this lighting is better, so here you are. Here's this. So, yeah, it's a top and a bottom. The bottoms have pockets, massive pockets, and I don't know. This shirt is a lot similar to the shirt that I was wearing just a moment ago, except for it's green, and green is my favorite color. But also these pants, they came together.
Were they like put together in the same spot? Or did you just happen to find them separately?
It was a set that was only together.
It's so funny.
It was $12 for this set, and I was like, heck yeah. So I'm really excited, and I think that they're like capri length. I think they're cute. I'm probably going to wear this set as a set because why not? But this is my favorite thing that I got. I just wish the pockets were bigger, but it has really cool like buttons, and I just have to attach an eye right here for the hook that's already there, and it hits at a good length. It's like mid-calf, and I love this color story, the green with the orange. is to die for. But I just feel really pretty in it. I like it. Christopher says I'm turning into a middle-aged man. On vacation, did you say? Or just in general?
I said a middle-aged dad on vacation.
A middle-aged dad on vacation. And I'm like not mad about that. So this is my shirt. I could tie it up if I wanted to, but I just think it's cute. I also bought these shorts because I need more shorts. So anyway, I'm quite happy with this. I would wear this as an outfit. I think it, I don't know. This is just my vibe right now, and I don't know why, but I'm gonna go with it. The only problem being is that all the shorts that I'm buying, because this is another pair I just bought, are all green. Green is my favorite color, like I said, so I can never have too many green shorts. I'm very much happy with this, though. I also got some, like, loose boho pants that just, like, cinch at the ankle. They just cinch at the ankle, and they're just loose and flowy and cute. And they have pockets. I don't know. I don't know what my style is right now, but I'm just going with it. This is another top that I got. Again, I just am into the collared shirts right now. The like loose, comfy collared shirts though. And then I got more pants, more flower pants, because apparently this is my thing right now. They're very wide leg and flowy and comfortable. Suits me, I think. And the last clothing that I have is not work appropriate clothing, but I just thought they were cute and I couldn't resist. They're just these little shorts that have embroidery flowers. They feel very like Mexican to me and they're just really cute. So I got them, and I also got this like little crop top that actually goes massively up in the back, and I think I'll just have to wear like as like a swimsuit cover up and not as like a normal shirt. But anyway, there we go. But anyway, that's what I got while I was out, and yeah, I'm definitely feeling the summery loose clothing and I'm excited to wear it all. So this is how the skirt is going so far. So it's all sewed up. The pockets are on and everything. And I just sewed totally up the side. I started with the smallest stitch all the way up to about right here. And then I moved on to a wide stitch because I'm going to be ripping out the stitches because obviously I can't fit it on how it is. But I'm going to be taking the zipper and sewing it on like that. And then once it's sewed on, then I can pull the stitches out and I can unzip it and I can fold this part over and sew it. So that's the plan. And I hope I explained that well. We will link a video down below that that explains in really good detail the method that I'm using, but this is how it's gonna go, and I hope it turns out well. The skirt is really close to being done. I have gone through and I pulled out the seam and I'm about to sew this top part on, the top part of the zipper, and then I just need to sew around the waistband and we'll see if it fits me. If it doesn't, I think I'll cry. All right, the moment of truth, I suppose. Oh, yeah, it definitely does not fit over my hips. This will have to come down. Okay. There's a lot of loose threads. That's it. Ooh! It fits! And it's cute! Look at that! And I have the most massive pockets ever. I could fit so much in these. Oh my gosh! Ooh, I love it. Oh, I'm so excited. This has been worth all the blood, sweat, and tears. Now I just need to hem it. Oh, it fits like a glove. I'm so happy. I'm amazing. So as you can see, I did not cut this part off at all. It's already hemmed for me. Like, it's already done it so that it won't fray for me. So, like, why would I? I'm lazy, and no one's gonna see it anyway. Technically, I should go over the parts that have, like, an open frayed cut part on like the inside with like a zigzag stitch, which would do the same thing as like a serger, which is what's on the inside of all of your clothes. Basically, this is what a serger does. If you didn't know, it's what makes that, and it like cuts the fabric straight while it does it as well. It makes that double stitch, and then this one's just sewn down on top. But since I don't have a serger, even though I'd really like a serger, I have to do it with a zigzag stitch, which isn't the worst thing ever. And you know what, I'm just going to do it right now, I decided, before doing the hem. But I did take the hem and I ironed it, and then I ironed it again up. So hemming will be very easy and straight. But I guess I will do my zigzag stitch thing right now. I'm going to set it to the tightest zigzag. And then I'm also going to go around the outsides of the thingamabobs so that they don't fray either. Oops, I ran out of thread. And after all that tediousness, we can do the hem. And here is the final reveal. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's amazing, and it has giant pockets. Oh, and it's all hemmed, and it looks all nice. I'm glad I took the time to sew up the sides right now, because it's so much easier if you do it before you hem the bottom, but I don't know. And I think it's a nice length too. It's so fun. I'm really excited. I'm gonna go see if my, like, underskirt will fit underneath it. I'm not sure if it will though. It's like just, I think, a little bit too long. If I pull it up though, I think I can make it work. And then the skirt is really poofy and very 50s. Oh, I love it. I have a dinosaur skirt. I feel like all my dreams have been fulfilled. Okay, I'm gonna go show Chris. So my dinosaur skirt is complete, but I was just very inspired after I finished it, so I ended up making another one. Not dinosaur, but another skirt that is Little Red Riding Hood. It has the text from the fairy tale on there, and then it also has big pockets. I think I might have made them a tiny bit. The thing is that I didn't make the opening quite as wide as I want, and so I might make them a little bit shorter so that they're easier to access, because I kind of get blocked at the bottom, whereas like on these ones the opening is longer, so it's like easier. Whatever, it's fine. But yeah, I have 2 new skirts and I really like them. I'm completely obsessed with this one though. The dinosaur skirt is like my new favorite thing ever. Although I do really like this one too. It's very cute and fun. So anyway.
And you wore it to work today.
I did. I wore it to work today. I'm gonna wear this one on Thursday because Thursday is my first training day at the library, and I thought this would be a great thing to wear as a first day at a library is a dinosaur skirt. So anyway, I have a bunch of other fabric that I'm going to be making more skirts out of over the next few weeks, and I'm going to be making more Disney specific skirts for a trip to Disney World in September. So anyway, I guess that's the end of this vlog, and now you know how to make a skirt.
Thanks for watching.